Hello and welcome to this video that I've been looking forward to making for a long time. I'm going to announce my big project for 2025 and you'll see it's a big project. You saw the thumbnail and you're thinking it's a bit strange. You don't know where I'm going with this, but we'll see all that after the intro. The title is not on clickbait. I have always wanted to build my own car, to create my own car, and I have gathered knowledge here and there for decades on how to weld, how to take care of an engine, how to prepare an engine, how to work with fiberglass, how to make carbon fiber, how to do three-dimensional printing, CNC milling, computer-aided design, all of that little by little to arrive at this project, which is going to be a big project. So of course you saw the Citroen HY, which has just been completed. So the HY, for those who are not aware, is a light commercial vehicle from the 60s. We removed the original engine, and in the trunk at the back, where there is normally livestock, because it's a livestock truck, you can see it in the picture, we installed an 11-liter engine from a semi-trailer or a truck. It's actually a huge engine that produces 385 horsepower and 1,750 newton meters of torque, and we also added a nitrous oxide kit. With truck mechanic students, they are apprentices, and here we see the engine, stripping the donor, and we're going to put it in this tiny vehicle, and it will work. We did this for a big YouTuber that the French know, La Boiserie. Lucien, no, I didn't say you were fat, I meant famous. Voilà. A well-known French YouTuber, like a Mr. Beast, a French version. You got it, it's something funny. You can see it's the rat rod style. So I made 1 or 2 videos on the subject that will actually be more specialized, but if you want to see the whole story, it's on the channel I put in the description, Thierry Vigneault Boiseries. If I'm going to make a car like I want to make my own car, as long as it looks good and has power, 1,000 horsepower is round. Nice though, 1,000 horsepower? No, you think? My goal is to build a supercar with 1,000 horsepower. Symbolic? Nice. Voilà. Challenge? Challenge. Because what I want to do is not to build my supercar like Benjamin Workshop, where he designed everything with the shape and all that. I want to start with an existing supercar. Put diesel engines in supercars have already been done out, even though I didn't know it at the start of the project. I met the guys who made the Lamborghini. They actually took a real Lamborghini with the Lamborghini gearbox and replaced the engine with a Cummins engine without. Don't forget Weston Champlin, who put a Cummins engine with 12 valves and twin turbo in a Mustang to do burnouts, and he called it Smokestang. I took a bit of his idea for the name. I liked it because there aren't many supercars that come out and make 1,000 horsepower. You could say there's the Bugatti, but it's more like 1,500 horsepower then. 1,600, I believe. But yes, I want to make a Bugatti Chiron, so you see it there. I'm going to make episodes a bit like Benjamin Workshop did on the GT40. All the little episodes where he makes each little thing like that. That kind of thing. I'm doing this episode even if I don't like its look. At least I really like the work and the execution of the work. Gasoline? Easy. You see me? So I'm going to do it in turbo diesel with a Cummins 5.9 6-cylinder turbo diesel. So it's a bit real 2JZ. We're talking Mercedes, but actually the real 2JZ diesel Cummins 6-cylinder engine. 3,000 horsepower stuff. Engine, I'm putting it on a gearbox, so it'll be behind me. But we will need to have the gearbox at the back. I'm going to take an Audi gearbox. I found the box already. Is it going to hold the torque? Is it going to hold the power? I'll need to make a sandwich plate to fix one to the other, because of course the bell isn't designed for me to find a clutch. A lot of challenges that I will take on, it's happening. I'm not too afraid of that. once we have the box and the engine, it's good now, thanks to Chatrex, because our partner, once again, on this crazy project is going to be Chatrex. I'm going to get from a donor BM Series 5. In fact, the front and rear axles, as well as all the triangulation, because the axles themselves are not the same, but the triangulation is. And all of this will allow me to keep original triangles. If I break one, I will buy a Series 5 triangle from BMW with the original silent blocks, all out set. Hubs too. Bearings, all of that will be from the same car, which will allow me to have the parts with the same serial number. If I have to change the parts, I'll make them brand new. This way. Triangles, linkages, small things. The geometry will already be done. I'll just adjust it how I want. But there are already quite a few things that will be done. Of course, I can do it all. Know how to build a frame. You'll know how to make a triangle, a simple triangle. But if anything happens, rebuild one. Symmetrical, no issues. At least here, I'm okay. I'm relying on parts that have been tested by a manufacturer who invested much more money than I ever could. I could never do that to see if it will break or not. And I am quite confident about that. And Chatrex, our partner, of course, for spare parts, I think they're, of course, front and rear train. But there will also be a steering system, and it will be an electric power assisted steering, of course. We might take parts from the Clio, the BMW, or anything to build this car, but I want power steering. We're not going to do it like the HY because there are big wheels. It's 20 inches in the front and 21 inches in the back on a Bugatti Chiron. I say Bugatti Chiron, but actually it's going to be a vehicle inspired by the Bugatti Chiron. It won't be an exact copy. That's not the goal. The aim is to create my car inspired by the Bugatti Chiron. French car, there you go. I've been working on this for quite some time now. SEMA Show 2023, I was already looking for partners. That's when I talked to the guys who made the Lamborghini. I got contacts for the parts because there will definitely be at least one biturbo on the engine. Well, a lot of things. And I filmed some footage that I couldn't share with you just to let you know that I've been thinking about this for over a year, specifically about building a car long before. I even talked about it with Lucien, but for Lucien it needs to go faster. We're looking at a project of at least 1 year. Let's not kid ourselves. So he wants it to move quickly, but he was willing to participate. I hope we'll do things together. In any case, I'll definitely have him try it out. And now you're thinking there's no problem, right? Well, no. The first thing, the biggest problem, is going to be finding a Bugatti Chiron where I can do all of this. The simple solution is not to take a Bugatti, so I am going to recreate the body of the Bugatti Chiron or a Bugatti Chiron type with molds to be able to remake it in carbon. To do this, I had several options, like working with foam. I had thought about machining foam, but it was complicated to find a milling machine large enough. There are quite a few other options, like making the parts separately. The solution I chose is to change my little three-dimensional printer that had a plate this big for one with 50 centimeters each side, to be able to make parts, and that will help me. Well, this is a scrap. See a bit. So here you see the trees that are used for the design to hold the piece on the platform, you see. And here we are at the front hood level, the Bugatti's hood. Here we start art. So I print large format pieces like this, and then I assemble them. I assemble them with epoxy glue, with heated staples. Arrive to something like that, you see I'm in the grill, bumper start, etc. So I'm printing my car at full size. I'm in 3 dimensions. But no, that was before, because now I've met Hadrien from Atelier 3D. Why 3D? Because it does some 3D printing. You have certainly seen it. He did stuff. We can't tell everything, but he did some things. He did things for the GP Explorer.
Yeah, it was all digital. We didn't do anything physical. But I ended up doing all the spots for the GP one.
And then also another thing, a bit more recent, a bit bigger, a bit thinner. Yeah, the thing that marked everyone, it's that, you mean globally known, seen by 1 billion people, we can't tell you what, but it made the big golden ladies we have there on the water. Not good anyway. There you go. It said, there you go. There's also the statue we have that I made for the first thing I saw of you from that time. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because actually you show yourself while generally you can't show yourself. Yeah,
most of what I do
baff.
as such is subject to NDA, confidentiality. Ready to help. Share the text for dubbing. Besides,
I'm sorry. You don't know what this is and you can't guess it just by looking at the room. So, no problem.
You'll surely see it quite soon.
Soon. Regarding my little 50 by 50 tray, here we have a platform 800 by 800 by 1 meter high. What this means for the Bugatti Masters taillé, the fake plastic Bugatti that I'm going to use to make the molds, I'll show you all that. There will be videos on it. And well, it's going to go much faster. It's going to be much better, much more precise, because there will be fewer parts to connect together. You saw how we connect the parts with a bit of epoxy, with heated staples and all. It's a bit annoying, right? It prevents it from moving all over the place, so we can really have something dimensionally perfect as possible, but not to the millimeter either. We're on it, so it's not a perfect copy.
And since you are going to make the chassis after you have done the body, it gives us a certain latitude, and for modification, adjustment.
Things, yes, start with. We need the body to place the engine and gearbox. We also need them. That's where we can start building the chassis. So that's why we're here today with this big machine. The two little ones are already big. Know that though. Another video soon. This is just to introduce you to Hadrian. A video on 3D is coming, because that's going to be the first thing we have to do. There will also be a little bit of work on the digital side. The files, put them in place. That's his job at the core. He does that all day long. He's playing with 3D printers all day, just so you know. And we will show you all of that in a video once we start printing the parts and have assembled them, so it will be a bit clearer for you. I'll come back and we'll take care of that once it's printed in 3 dimensions. I'll sand it down, fill in the gaps, which is why it's important to have a partner like Upol and Raptor, because we'll need a lot of magic products to smooth out this bodywork. Since I build the car, I smooth it out, and I even need to repaint it as if it were the final car, so that it is perfectly smooth and polished. Done. I make a mold on this car, multiple molds, not just one big. From there, I unmold it, and I'll be able to make my shell however I want. I would really like there to be some visible carbon elements. Nice. Then I lost it. So to do this, I have a sim. I have a small sticker that you can find on my website. Sure, buying anything on the website, the sticker or something else, will contribute to the progress of this project. It's going to allow me to fund all of this. I'm also looking for partners who would like to participate in this crazy project. Goal here, it's going global, worldwide, because the American Cummins turbo diesel engine is very well known. So in fact, even the Americans are interested. When I presented my little poster like this at the SEMA show to all those partners I saw, I introduced myself. I presented Lucien's project that I worked on, and the project I wanted to carry out for the year 2025. And well, the guys were enthusiastic. They said, no, that's not possible and all. Well, of course, Bugatti Chiron is really the best of the best. Big one. Now, there's news. But hey, we're going to get a Chiron, that's already good. And from there, I think it could appeal to people. And the ultimate goal, dream if only, want to tell you would be to take it to the SEMA show in Las Vegas. We're dreaming a bit. We shouldn't get carried away because it's a bit complicated. There are indeed some French people. There's indeed Danton Art Custom who made a Humvee that was sold. $800,000. But well, these remain unusual and specific projects. He was there. He has the right contacts. I have none of that, so we'll see. I'm making it for myself, the car. We'll see what we do after starting. Don't fret. See it on video. No prob. There. This is the first video where I present the project. I'm announcing to the partner that it's launched. I'm showing you a bit of the elements and the thoughts I've had regarding this project. And that's also why we found a farm where I will be able to have my workshop, a shed for mechanics and all that, and our space for bodywork, actually a big thing. So there will also be videos to present all the workshop equipment, everything I will be able to do there. I have plenty of projects for these workshops, and maybe you could even participate and come do things with me, you'll see. It's something I'm going to propose to you once it's set up, but it's going to allow me to make construction videos because I've looked for workshop or fabrication videos, apart from Baptiste Pitois, who does exactly what I want to do. Otherwise, I haven't seen anyone, so I'm saying it. I can't be the only one interested in this, and I'm going to show you a bit of my setup because it's going to be a professional but unique garage if you want to be a partner of the workshop project. My email address is in the description. Don't hesitate. I'm also quite active on Instagram. Follow me. The links are also in the description. Of course, the video is being translated to English because I said partners and interested people can come from all over the planet, and when you're translated into English, easy on that. So I'm telling you, we just have to get to work. So I haven't started. I started with the miniature car. I got them after wanting to start the project, but clearly I really like it. You see, that's it. All right, at the end of this video, thank you for staying until now. If you're interested, check out my little website. There are quite a few things, information, all that. And have a great end of vacation, everyone. We'll see each other soon in a video. Insult inaudible. And again, mean